everybody, happy October. Evelyn Cucciara, the Toy Tamer, coming to you with this month's video. Hello. And I have a question for you this month. The question is this: what is your playroom teaching your children? Well, the way I look at it is it's teaching them one of three things. It's either teaching them bad habits, it's teaching them nothing at all, or it's teaching them good habits that are going to set them up for life. Let's take a closer look at that. If your playroom is a mess all the time and you're basically just cramming toys in there until they can't fit into the doorway anymore, or the grandparents are bringing over more toys, more and more and more and more. Basically, if you're doing absolutely nothing down there, you are missing a great opportunity. But at the worst, you're teaching them bad things. You're teaching them that it's okay to keep putting more and more stuff into a space. You're teaching them that there are no limits in life. You're teaching them that just keep putting more stuff in there and it's okay to be completely chaotic. And it's teaching them to be confused, because when kids are surrounded by chaos like that, of just all sorts of stuff all over the place, that's how their brains think. That is not good for a growing brain. If you're an adult, it's a little bit different, because you can kind of figure out where your stuff is and such like that, even if it is a mess all around you. But if you're a kid, you can't. You don't have those skills yet. So it's really hard to find what you want or do what you want, to play with what you want, and instead they turn to whining. And that's not a good thing. So that's the first thing your playroom could be teaching your children: bad habits. The second thing is it could be teaching them absolutely nothing, which is almost as bad habits, because the playroom can be a great learning lab for your children to learn those executive functioning skills they need for as they grow to be able to run their own lives. But if your if your playroom has no structure, no systems, is not teaching your children good habits, you are wasting that opportunity. And what's going to happen is, as your kids grow up, they're going to be asking you for help with absolutely everything. Okay, there is no switch that happens when they become teenagers where suddenly they can think for themselves and run their own lives as much as we'd like them to. There is no switch. They need to practice those skills, and the playroom is the perfect place, which leads me to the third thing your playroom could be teaching your kids: good habits. So if children grow up with structure, if they grow up with systems, if they grow up with surroundings that teach them good habits, what happens is that then they have a great base in which to launch their adulthood from. If they have a system where they can clean up their own playroom, they know where things go, and that is basically what the SANE method, the sort, arrange, name, and empower kids system that I do in toy taming. If you have systems such as that, it doesn't have to be exactly that. As long as you have something in your playroom that is putting your kids in charge of cleaning it up and taking care of it, as they grow up, they're going to transfer those skills to the rest of their lives. You are rewiring their brains to think in executive functioning skills concepts. But if you don't have anything in your playroom, or in the rest of your house even, if you have nothing there, you are wasting a golden opportunity. So that is what I wanted to pop in and say to you today. It is a rainy day here in New Jersey. I don't know where most of you are, but if it is a rainy day in your world, take a few minutes to think about your playroom. Walk into the space. If you were an average, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, and you were in that space, how would you feel? Would you feel in control? Would you feel calm? Would you feel serene? Would you feel like you could run your own life? Or would you feel like everything is just piling on top of you and life is just a chaotic mess? Think about it, okay? Don't waste this opportunity when they're young. You send them to great schools, you send them to preschool, you send them to all of these places to learn these skills. Enforce them at home. That's my message this month for toy taming. I'm going to be doing messages kind of like this too on social media, so look for them, okay? I'd love it if you'd share this or like this or whatever you got to do in life. My whole big thing is sharing the toy taming world, and the reason I do this is not because I want you to have a clean, neat playroom. It's because I want your kids to have the executive functioning skills they need, so as they grow, they can run their own lives and be a success. Okay, that's it. Have a great October. Bye-bye.